Hey rockin' dudes and dudettes, Toyshiz here, and I hope you are all having a great week so far. It's finally Friday, and I thought that I would bring back kind of a combination of what are the hottest toys of the week, or something to look for during the weekend, and then everything that kind of happened and was found, and things that I found, other people found, news, all that great stuff, because I enjoy talking, I enjoy doing all this stuff, so we'll just jump right into it. First and foremost, shout out to Locust Jerome on Instagram. He came across the brand new Funko Pops. It's the Venomized wave. I believe this is the third go about for these things. You got the Venomized Thanos, and there's other characters. They are starting to hit Target. I believe that previously they were only available at comic book shops, GameStop, things like that. But I always say I'd rather give my money to Target any day of the week, because there's other things besides, you know, expensive video games and collectibles like a GameStop, which we'll get into in just a little bit. But yes, if you are looking for the new Venomized wave, check your Target store shelves in the entertainment section. You know where Funko Pops are. And then at Walgreens, shout out to El Rudo Royale. It's a good Instagram name. They are getting in. So Walgreens is getting in a brand new selection of toys for the holiday season. But first up is the Westworld figures by Diamond Select. There are going to be 3 figures, one of them being an actual Walgreens exclusive, and that is the Outlaw Dolores. And these are, of course, based on the HBO television show. First season was great. Second season, like, got up its own butt about its whole everything about it, and then I don't know. Third season looks to have Jesse Pinkman in it, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm interested to at least check it out. It's one of those like guilty pleasure shows in a way, like not quite Walking Dead, where I can actually watch it and still go, all right. I'm still looking forward to the next episode. I just kind of hate watch The Walking Dead basically at this point. Like I'm like, why? Who does this? What character in their right mind would ever make these types of decisions? Anyways, back to Westworld. Yes, you can get 3 of these figures: Outlaw Dolores, Regular Dolores, and the Man in Black. And I'm going after the Man in Black. I think that's a great character, first of all, except for the second season, and then it looks to be a really cool cowboy looking figure. So Walgreens now, check them out. Hopefully you can come across them. Also, so at Walmart stores now, and pretty much Target, everyone else is just starting to put them out. The Halloween section is like blowing up at all these stores, and I love seeing all this stuff every year. I don't have this affinity towards Halloween where I'm like, oh, it's like my favorite holiday. I personally love the merchandise. I love seeing it on shelves. I like seeing what they came out with. If any of this can apply to figures or dioramas or anything like that. And so far I found some cool stuff. But these skeletons, man, are like my favorite thing ever. And I didn't pick them up yet because I feel like this might be like a clearancey type thing, because I don't know who's going to get them. But I absolutely have to have them, so I'll probably grab them for my shelf. Not a clearance aspect of it, but also at Walmart. And these look to be Walmart, let's just say exclusives, or that you can get them specifically at Walmart. There, next to the Halloween section, was a full-on Ghostbusters section, and I cannot wait for next year because it's going to be a Ghostbusters Palooza with everything that's going to be happening. But there was a pint glass, there was a tumbler, and then a coffee mug, all bearing the Ghostbusters logo. And I picked up the coffee mug. I thought that was really cool, something I use every day. That's going to be my official mug of the fall season into probably the end of the year. But it's a big hefty mug. I recommend it if you can grab it. It's like $6-7, something like that. Nothing absolutely special about it. It's Ghostbusters, baby. What is it? You know, I mean, that's all that really matters. But tumbler, pint glass, if you gotta have all those. I did not. Just to give you guys a heads up. Now, it's actually sold out now, but I did make a post. They said they might be getting some more in shortly. My friends overseas, Doming Toys, who I do business with and everything else, I do recommend them. I have used them. They ship on time. It does take a little bit because they're overseas, but I do recommend them. They're actually really great people. They had the Power and Glory, or the Worthy Captain America, up for sale. He was, you have to think these are the stores, so they do mark it up a little bit, but nowhere near what they were charging on eBay or anything else for this figure. It was like a couple bucks over, and then plus you got to pay for shipping. So he was up. He might go back up again. So if he does, I will let everyone know. The previous week, somebody had written in and saying they had found these new Pennywise figures. These are, of course, for the Pennywise Chapter 2. I just saw that movie. I got mixed feelings. On one hand, I like it because of Pennywise and the creatures and everything, so I had a good time with it. But if I think about it too much and the lore and the story, then it starts to go kind of like Dark Knight Rises, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, awesome creatures, really fun, and to see Pennywise, it's a twisted, funny, humorous movie in a way. I really liked the first movie. This one was just like, all right, like I'm okay with it, but it wasn't like, it was like a Stephen King movie. You know how those usually go. Like they got away with it the first It. I really liked that movie, but this one went back in that whole like weirdo thing. Take liberties sometimes with his work. I'm just saying, sometimes he's too much. It's too much. So with these Pennywise figures, they're by Phat Mojo. You get 4 of them, and they're all the same figure. I have a review up, so if you want to check out the review, I'll link it here. Wasn't my favorite. I'm just going to say that, but definitely check out the review. Make a decision for yourselves. I have to thank Thousand Toys. Thousand Toys is really nice. They sent over their Hellboy figure that released previously in the year. GameStop canceled my order, and then for whatever happened and reason, they didn't get any more. And then I was kind of like, you know, out of luck with it. But Thousand Toys, I very much appreciate it. And these, every toy that you see here that I'll be showing and stuff that I personally found, these will be for next week for the reviews and everything. It's just, things are just piling up, so I'm getting to them as quick as I can. But there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Old figures and new figures. You know me, I dabble in both. This is actually a really cool thing, and I'm so glad that a lot of people thought the same. So you have over in Russia, this guy, it's maint_date, and I'll put the link and everything if you want one of these, so you can message him. He 3D print. He had a buddy, came up, his buddy mocked up the model, he 3D printed it, painted it, all that. This is a 1990s Spider-Man the Animated Series Peter Parker head sculpt, and it works with Marvel Legends figures, as you can see in the photos. I have one coming to me in the mail. I'll do a full video and review and everything else on, reviews, what am I going to review? It's a full video on it. I'm just going to talk the heck out of this thing because I am so stoked to have this and can't even tell you. So, Peter Parker, 1990s Spider-Man the Animated Series, and we'll be talking more about Spider-Man the Animated Series in just a second. Target had if you buy the new Borderlands 3 video game at their store, you get to pick one of the McFarlane figures for Borderlands 3. I've never played the game, don't know much about it. The figures are interesting, not really my cup of tea, if we're being quite honest with you, but hey, for a lot of you guys out there, if you want a figure to go along with the game. Now, one thing, if it would have been, here's a video game, and then here's like this really unique figure or special edition figure, that's kind of the stuff I tend to gravitate towards. Not necessarily Borderlands, but like they did a Super Mario 2 release recently, and they gave out this really cool lunchbox. I went and got that. See, that's something I really like. Anyways, in the t-shirt section, now they have this really cool Spider-Man t-shirt that it's made up of webs and Spider-Man and bats and all that kind of stuff, so it's really cool. They had this awesome Star Wars creeping it Imperial, you know what I mean? Get it? So those are both kids' shirts, so they're not going to be for us adults, but if the kids, you want to deck your kids out, you know, and just do it up cool. Maybe they'll make it in adult shirts, but yeah, right now these are just kid size. And then they actually did for adults, they had this really cool like retro Star Wars t-shirt. I like the colors and such on it, but yeah, it was one of those, like, I saw it, I thought it was cool, and then I'm kind of glad I didn't get it now because it's kind of faded on me. But hey, this is really cool for a lot of you. I didn't know how this was going to go over, but if you want to go on Box Lunch Gifts, so I'm giving you guys a shout out, Box Lunch Gifts, hey, what's up? If you want to go over their site, they have a Spider-Man slow cooker, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's a crock pot with Spider-Man wraparound artwork on it. There is literally nothing. You could make this at home if you really wanted to. You can literally get a sticker of Spider-Man and slap it on a black crock pot. But if you have to have a Spider-Man branded crock pot, well then, by all means, go and get this. I just love first of all, it's the creativity, and second of all, it's like, I would get this if money just was like, whatever. And I had the space, and I didn't already have like a crock pot. There's a lot of factors for me getting this thing. Shout out to, or thank you to Hasbro. Hasbro sent over the Hulk versus the Wolverine, the Marvel 80th set. Did a review on that, so I'll link that as well if you want to go ahead and check those out. I like both figures. Surprisingly, how much I like the Wolverine. The Wolverine actually has a really good head sculpt, and the Hulk is just a massive figure. So definitely go and check him out. And then out of nowhere, people just lost their minds. Shout out to One Per Case, and she is hitting now. And I know she hit San Diego yesterday. And like, I don't know, I think that's one person went around and bought them all. Good on you. I don't know. Anyways, so the brand new Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends Dani Moonstar is hitting now. She first popped up in Sacramento, has hit along the actual California coastline. I've heard reports of other states sort of getting her. So 2 to 3 per store, 1, 2, 3 actually per store. Hitting now, you might want to get 3, you might want to get 1. She's got 3 heads in it. You got Dani Moonstar, you got Wolfsbane, and then you also have Karma. And you know what? I appreciate One Per Case. Nice enough they sent over a bunch of photos that showcase the different heads that you can put on them and stuff like that. So it is hitting now. If you need them, go and get them. I took a look at the brand new NECA Toys, the Ripley 8, the Xenomorph Warrior from Alien Resurrection. I had a blast with both of these figures. Ripley's face is a little bit off, just being honest, but you could check out the review, and of course I will link that one as well. And then shout out to Call Them Action Figures. I actually haven't seen these in stores yet, so that's really cool. It's just in case Target putting stuff out a little bit early. However, the Phat Mojo, again, they made the Pennywise figures. They also do Bendy and the Ink Machine, and then they also did the recent DuckTales figures as well for the new cartoon. They have a bunch of office toys out, office figurines and stuff. They have the Dundies, which I'm actually might get that. I have a friend who might want that, so I'm definitely thinking about that. You got the Dundies, and then you have some bobbleheads. A lot of complaints I've seen so far is that these don't look anything like the characters, and I haven't seen them up close, but in the photos, yeah, I kind of have to agree. There's some faux Lego sets as well, which actually look pretty cool. You could build out the whole office eventually, I would imagine, I would hope. And then, yes, there will be office figures, like actual 5-inch figures, hitting Targets relatively soon, I hope. We'll see what happens there. Then we had 20 years ago, it's the DreamCast, the Sega Dreamcast's anniversary, which is crazy to me. I remember being in stores and Toys R Us and KB Toys and seeing all the ads, and then when it came out and people freaked out about this, but I always liked the Dreamcast. I thought it was a cool system. And I didn't always play it. I wasn't one of those where I was like obsessed about it like the N64 or Super Nintendo, but they had a lot of great games. What was your favorite game for the Sega Dreamcast? Personally, I really liked Spawn and the Demon's Hand. That was a cool game. And then House of the Dead 2. And yeah, there were some other ones here and there. But 20 years ago, dang, that's makes me feel all kinds of old. Walmart. If you hadn't been keeping up, I've been posting a lot about it this week. Walmart is having some crazy clearance prices. Mind you, none of the Walmarts by me are having any type of these clearance prices. So they seem to all be like in the Midwest, like Atlanta, Georgia, various parts of New York and Washington, Oregon, things like that. But they're doing the brand new 80th sets for the Marvel Legends for like $30 a pop if you could find the larger ones like the Juggernaut and Colossus. Those are coming out like $35. The Marvel Legends Retro Collection is $11. The Iron Man and Thor and Cap and all that, the 80th set, the boxed figures, I think they're popping out at what, like $15? So, and then now Amazon, which I'll put a link in the description below. This is as of this morning. Amazon's kind of starting to match those. So if you missed them, maybe look to Amazon this weekend. In the next couple weeks, they might start matching prices as they typically do. But dang, those did not last. Most of my Walmarts here, they don't even have these figures on the shelf, let alone clearance prices. So, also, the Jetfire, he's hitting for $45, and he's the brand new Transformer Siege one, which is crazy. Get to Walmart right after you're done listening to this, of course. At Target, so these have actually hit GameStop and some other stores before. I'm actually a fan of some of these lines. It's the Savage World by Funko. Now they're doing Street Fighter. I've only seen one instance of these. I saw these at Toy Fair. I got to play with them a little bit. Nothing broke on me, kind of like the Thundercats ones that Panthro has done and such, but the Street Fighter ones are starting to show up at Target. They've previously shown up at Gamestop, comic book shops. So shout out to WWE Crazy 213 on Instagram. They came across them, and if you want these figures, I might get one of them. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. I missed them. I didn't get the Mortal Kombat ones. That would have. Now that I think back, it would have been kind of cool to put the Mortal Kombat against Street Fighter. Anyways, into other news regarding Hasbro and Hasbro Pulse. So the main complaint this week has been over SDCC exclusives, and I understand. If you sign up for a service, you pay $50, I would almost say that you should be guaranteed a ticket or a spot to get these figures. Like, at least make enough so that people pay. I mean, yeah, free shipping is nice and all that stuff, but at least give these people a chance to think. These things sold out in like 30 seconds, or they weren't available, or it was a big rigmarole. The Boba Fett, of course, went really fast. There's not much to be said in the sense of, like, this is just how SDCC exclusives go. This is how exclusives go in general. If you really want to blame somebody or blame people, blame the people that buy multiples and then sell them. That's the way it's always done. I mean, if you really want it, you know how to figure it out. You're a big guy, big boy, big girl, whatever. You can figure this out and buy your own toys. But I understand your concerns, but place the blame towards the people that buy multiples and then sell them if you really have to, because that's really what causes the upset here. It's a big blame game. I'm so tired of hearing about the blame of Star Wars or figures and this person and this company and this and this and that. Go back to having fun collecting toys, because I'm just not interested in all that kind of stuff. It drives me nuts. So just FYI. Then over on Entertainment Earth, for the New York Comic Con exclusive, they have the Kiss Alive 2 set. Put a link in the description below if you are a Kiss fan or you absolutely have to have these. They look pretty cool. I know that based on the cover art for the band, that's why they have different colored faces. So they're interesting. They all come with their respective instruments, guitars, drum set, everything else. The big news, and shout out to Collect Jurassic and Jurassic Outpost. They posted this is the brand new. We found out about this just a day or two before Comic-Con, and they did show them off. This is the Jurassic Park, the Amber Collection. These are the 6-inch answer to, like, say, Marvel Legends or DC Multiverse, all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be doing 6-inch style action figures for Jurassic Park. You got 3 Raptors, 2 of them for Jurassic World, 1 that's classic style for Jurassic Park, Dr. Ian Malcolm, which I had to do this video. Yo. 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 And then you also have Owen from Jurassic World. Dang, Mattel is killing it with the action figures. I love all the dinosaur figures. Those I love my shelf setup. It's like awesome. They're so detailed, and they do the roarivores, and they do the things that chomp and bite and all that kind of stuff. So definitely recommend them. And they also got the human figures as well. We need more human figures, by the way, Mattel. Hammond was the last one. We need Nedry, and we need, what's his name? The lawyer. I can't think of things right now. Anyways, so I went on a road trip recently, went along the California coastline, stopped at some thrift stores that I have in the past when I used to live in parts and areas around there, and came across this really cool Booba Feet. That's what I'm calling him. It's a knockoff Star Wars toy. He's got the body of a police officer and the head of Boba Fett. Now, I did do a video. You can check that out too. It gives you like a look and a review on him and all that kind of stuff. Somebody was nice enough to send in. I will tag you. I got to find your name. They sent in, so the card back, this is actually an interesting story now. The card back for this figure is actually a police figure that they stole the artwork from and then just, did what they wanted to do. So they gave him some riot gear and a hat, I guess. I think we've all been able to piece together, and a red baton. And then on top of that, they also took, they have a Luke Skywalker figure as well. So it's the same body that Boba Fett sported, but it's got a Luke Skywalker head, so. And then, of course, you have the really wonky-looking Boba Fett. I didn't have the extra guns in mine. Mine was a complete mess. Go watch the review. You'll get the entire gist of it. suddenly and out of nowhere just showed up at my door. You know, you get a package and like, what the heck is this? I have no idea. I received from Amazon the Emperor Palpatine Star Wars Black Series figure, which we'll be looking at as well. I have the older Palpatine figure that they did, the one that's like completely useless because you can't even sit in a chair and yada yada. But this one looks cool. He comes with force powers and extra heads, which I do like, and I enjoy the packaging. This is one of those figures from Star Wars where I'm actually like, oh, I like this. I'm digging what's going on. This is not, you know, the recent movies and such until Episode 9 where he might be coming back. So we'll be taking a good look at him as well. I got to give a shout out and a thank you to Merrick P. Giroux up in Canada at their Canadian Walmart. He found the Marvel 80 Years t-shirt. I haven't seen one here in the United States just yet. However, that would be really cool to kind of sport. You know, I have a couple Marvel t-shirts, but they're getting kind of old, so it'd be nice to kind of have this one to walk around a convention with, some other kind of thing coming up. There's some things I'll be talking about soon. But yeah, if you're in Canada, there should be at Walmart Canada's. I haven't seen anyone finding it here, although I guess some people said they might be at Hot Topic. I couldn't say for certain. Now, this is another thing that came, you know, up, and we all know how this has been going. GameStop, if you shop at GameStop or you know GameStop, they're going to be shutting about 180 to 200 stores. It all depends on how the stores are doing. These things are like Starbucks. There seems to be a GameStop on every corner. It is what it is. If they're doing it to restructure and build a better business model, then by all means, please do it. If you're going out of business because your prices are ridiculous and everything else that you guys do, I just, in terms of like Toys R Us and now GameStop and other stores closing, because I don't really shop at GameStop unless they're like actual store exclusives, like the recent Batman vs. Ninja Turtles, I really could care less. I'm sorry. I don't go there unless there's exclusive figures, and I stopped going there to get video games back when they stopped selling cartridges and stuff. So you can get games anywhere. So if GameStop, if you want to make your prices more comparable to others, instead of, you know, when I think of a Marvel Legends figure, no one ever goes, or at least I don't go, oh, I want to pay $23 for a figure when I can go to Target and pay $20. The one good thing I will say about GameStop is that they always seem to have everything you need on the shelf. Yes, you got to pay a little bit more premium, but it also saves you on time and gas, so I will give them that aspect. But because I like to drive around and because I'm always like, you know, having fun at going to Target or something like that and finding toys, that's just my own preferences. But everyone, to each their own. I'm just going to say, I did post a photo. I did a really like 80s centric photo. I got a pumpkin spice coffee, bought some from Trader Joe's. I'm going to tell you right now, this coffee is terrible. Do not buy it. But the coffee, Trader Joe's, no bueno. Man, it's from a Keurig machine, which I don't always use, but it is not a good coffee. Something that I was like, whoa, my God. I saw it from far away. As you know, you're kind of walking up the toy aisle. All I see is Ghostbusters. And then I was like, oh, my God. These are the Mattel WWE Elite mixed with the Ghostbusters figure. There's 5 total. They are a Walmart exclusive. I absolutely had to have it. I mean, they're Ghostbusters. Action figure tag on Instagram. You finally got me to get some WWE figures. I just don't gravitate towards wrestling. I mean, I know who The Rock and Stone Cold are, so that's really cool to see them in there. Of course, The Undertaker is the big ghost. But these, I feel like, are a lot of fun just to have for more of like a Halloween kind of a seasonal type toy. And honestly, just between us, if you see them, if you want them, grab them. I think they're going to be kind of like a real quick in and out sort of thing. So if you want them, get them. They're Ghostbusters. They're actually pretty cool looking. I mean, they're different. They're wackadoo, but they're actually pretty cool. I actually really like the Undertaker. I think that's a cool ghost to have. And then the best part is they're $15.88 a piece at Walmart. So that's the best part. And of course, here is the back of the box. So now, we all know about Triple Force Friday, but did you hear about Triple Force Friday the 13th? Hey-o. Actually, this took place yesterday and a couple days before, but way up Canada Way in Walmart, they have been selling the brand new the Triple Force Friday merchandise for Episode 9. All the figures from the Vintage Collection to the Black Series. People were walking out the door with them. No problem. No hang-ups at the register. And the Vintage Collection does look pretty cool. I got to give it to them. And finally, a Knights of Ren. Go figure on that. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't totally seen in episode... Which one are we on? 7, and then, you know, Star Wars is making my brain hurt because one, you have all these people complaining every 2 seconds, which that's all I hear, and then they're unhappy. I'm just happy about these toys. I'm going to get the Mandalorian and Cal Kestis. That's most definite. The Outworld Jawa, Offworld Jawa, whatever he's called. These look rad. Yeah, we're getting a new Rey, but Troy Z, if you want to go check him out on Instagram, I mean, he's got this fantastic photo setup of what the new Rey looks like. He found the figure. It's night and day. It doesn't look anything like what Hasbro put out, so it's a beautiful figure. I got to give it to you at Hasbro on this one. Yeah, there's another Kylo Ren, but God, just stop complaining about the movie and the toys. The toys will be cooler than the movie always, just FYI. No matter if the movie's good or not, the toys are always better. Just stop complaining, and if you're in Canada, you can go get them, but I did hear as of this morning, the actual Friday the 13th, that Canada's gotten word to the wise and has stopped selling them completely. So, yeah, just FYI on that. Another Walmart clearance, shout out to the Dream Comparison _ toys on Instagram. They came across, and a lot of people have been finding it now, the Nano Stark Tech glove from Endgame, $54 on clearance already, down from $88. So that's a pretty good price, so be on the lookout this weekend for that. Over in DC Comics, with whatever's happening in DC Comics these days, Tim Drake, the Red Robin, which we looked at the figure not too long ago from DC Multiverse Mattel. His new name in the comics will be Drake. Go read the comics to find out why. They didn't really give a good definite reason. But this leads into my new favorite thing that I've gotten from Target, and I'll just play this video for you.
It's time for some fun now.
How awesome was that? It's $20. Go pick him up at Target. He fits into my real Ghostbusters, everything. I'll do a whole Halloween video in just a couple days to show you guys that into depth. And then, of course, on the Amazon Hasbro news, the Alpha Flight box set went up again for pre-order, $109 if you want to grab that. I'll put a link in the description below. This new Dia de los Muertos Barbie is hitting. It actually was supposed to hit yesterday, Thursday. No one really found it in stores, and if you did, I didn't really hear too much about it. Amazon had links. I would say your best bet with some stuff like this, it tends to fall through the cracks a little bit, so just keep staying on stores. If you didn't find it in your Target, your Walmart, or just keep looking at Amazon. I feel like this maybe just hit a little bit late. It didn't come out on the day it was supposed to, so I don't think you missed it just yet, but keep an eye out, and I'll post it as soon as it comes up, or if I see anything. The Real AFJ, definitely go and follow them. They're rocking awesome dudes. They're going to be at RetroCon 2019 this weekend, and if you're there and you see them and you say hello, you can get this really cool guy, Zuvio, old-fashioned Kenner card back. That's actually pretty cool that they did that. I definitely want one. So if you're listening, Real FJ, no. I hope to see you guys soon. Anyways, they're awesome. I love talking to these guys. They're fantastic. So definitely go and check them out. They have a good YouTube channel too. The Marvel Legends Emma Frost finally hit Walgreens. Walgreens goofed big time. They put it up, then you couldn't buy it, then you could buy it, then you couldn't buy it, then they completely went off the website. And I don't know the actual outcome of the whole thing. Hopefully everybody that ordered, their orders are going to go through, and just look at her probably hitting again on the website. This thing absolutely made my week. It's the Walmart, the kind of like Halloween greeter thingies, like the little standees. This thing is 24 inches tall, and it works beautifully with the old-fashioned Kenner toys. It almost looks like the old Kenner stuffed Marshmallow Man that they tried to pawn off on you for kids when I was a kid, and be like, hey, use this stuffed plush as your new Marshmallow Man, because the other one was kind of tiny. But as you can see in the comparison, size comparison. I mean, this thing is humongous. It's awesome. It looks like it stepped right out of the real Ghostbusters. It doesn't have the face of the Ghostbusters movies. This is the more like happy-go-lucky Stay Puft that adorned the real Ghostbusters usually. So yeah, this is like my new favorite thing. My Ghostbusters. Don't worry. This is all going to be part of my Halloween video. Just look for that coming up. If you've been watching my Instagram and YouTube videos and such, I have been putting back together an original vintage Castle Grayskull, and I finally got some extra pieces. So I'm in business. Things are going really great. I'm having such an awesome time just putting this thing and finding the old pieces. And I'll have like a video later, but this has been like a labor of love to me, and I'm just 5 pieces away from having a complete old-fashioned Castle Grayskull. So I'll keep you posted on that. Shout out to Rydillion_art on Instagram. They were really nice. They sent over a bunch of links and such, which I reposted for new Funko figures. You got Taco Hulk and Korg with a remote control, and you got Hobo Thanos and Kill Mode Spider-Man. Who else we got? You got Captain America with her new hair, and you got Cap with the Mjolnir and the broken shield, and then you also had Pizza Thor. So I'm not a big fan of Funkos in the sense I collect them. I can appreciate a good one, but they are just literally making Funkos for anything these days, it seems like. This also made my week. If you're going to be subscribing to the new Disney Plus, it was announced over in the Netherlands they're doing like a beta test, and a bunch of screenshots leaked and all that kind of stuff. So Spider-Man the animated series from the 90s, X-Men the animated series, and like a slew of old shows are all going to be, well, fingers crossed. They did say it might be kind of regional, which I hope it's not the case, but it could be that all these shows hit on day one. So you got Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk, Silver Surfer, and shout out to Disney Plus updates on Twitter for that news, all that. Oh man, I'm so stoked on that. Shout out to Sick_Drawings. I've never heard of this store, but apparently it's a thing. I looked it up. It's called the Outlets by ELS. It's in Azusa, California. If you live around there, you might want to go there because they got a lot of the Marvel 80th sets, and they're ridiculously priced. I think it's $35 for the Colossus and Juggernaut. And then $29 for the other ones. So I don't know. Go check this store out. Somebody sent me more photos. Never heard of this place, but they got tons of these things sitting on the shelf. So go and take advantage. Hasbro announced a new Ms. Monopoly. It's a brand new character, and it's being touted as the first game where women will make more than men. I'm just going to leave this here and let the comments go because I had a feeling this is exactly how it was going to go. This is like childhood week or something like that. Are You Afraid of the Dark will be coming back with a brand new limited series just in time for Halloween, October 11th, only on Nickelodeon. Go and watch the trailer now and let me know what your favorite episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark is. I loved watching that on Snick, Ren and Stimpy, all that kind of stuff. But Zebo the Clown, that episode, if you remember correctly, yeah, that scared the absolute you-know-what out of me. And then shout out to @_SlickRick the Ruler_ on Instagram. They came across the brand new NECA toys. We got the Kenner Tribute Laser Shot Predator, which looks awesome. I definitely will be picking that up when I do see it. And then also the Godzilla vs. Destroya figure. If you don't know by now, it's just NECA can make the Godzilla. All the other stuff is like kind of red taped up. But hopefully we'll see some more of the other creatures soon. That would be really nice. The Hot Toys Mysterio, they're taking pre-orders such if you want to go do that. But they announced they're going to be doing a Jake Gyllenhaal head additive because of the popularity of the movie. And I say that loosely. I didn't really enjoy that movie. Yeah. Also, shout out to King. There's a bunch of shout outs this morning. King Kaon on Instagram, he let me know that the Thor, the Marvel 80th Hasbro Marvel Legends Thor, was on a very good sale price of $15. So I will link that in the description below as well. A lot of great deals this week. So fingers crossed that Black Friday and Cyber Monday are going to be great. And that's pretty much it for this week. I know we're at almost like a 35-minute video here, but if you guys like this style of video, I very much like doing it. I'm going to treat it more like a conversation podcast kind of piece, and I will continue to do this every Friday. If you liked it, please let me know. If you enjoyed it, if you want me to go quicker on certain things or cover other things. That's always a possibility as well. But happy Friday the 13th. The real Ghostbusters is 33 years old today. And check out my Brain Blaster Ghost. I'll be having a video on him. I just actually got a new one of those, so I'm very happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this vid. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope that everyone finds some amazing things on the store shelves and online and wherever else that you like to shop. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember that just play it safe in the toy aisle these coming weeks. I just feel like sales are really going to start happening very soon. So just keep that in mind. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.